Okay, now we're going to move to a new topic. We're going to talk about line weight. So we have here, if you notice, different line thickness for each of the color. Now, in a drawing, we want to use the different line weights, and we do that using color in AutoCAD. It's a lot easier to use color rather than specifying the actual line weight, because if I want my line weights to be a lot thicker, all I need to do is change the CTB or plot style. So let's say from Arch CTB, I can go Arch thick, and color red. If I assign a line with a color red, it will now have a thickness of 0.25. So you change it automatically, easily by doing that. So that's why architectural offices will have a plot style based on the color, and each color will have an assigned line thickness. Now, why do we assign line thicknesses? Well, a drawing, if it uses the same line weight all throughout, will look very much two-dimensional. It doesn't pop out. Okay? But if you use line weights, a thin, medium thick, very thick line weight, then it pops out like as if it's three-dimensional. So what you're going to do is you're going to change the line to a specific layer. Lines that are at the edge where it touches air, nothing there, and a surface should have a thick line. Lines that are touching air or edges that touches air and a surface gets a thick line. Lines that touches two surfaces or are between or is between two surfaces gets a medium line. Okay? Now, so technically you can use medium and thick. So medium and thick. Now, if you look here, sometimes some architects will place or use a very thick line at the base to emphasize that. So very thick lines can be used at the base. By the way, these are video links explaining the line weights. Okay, so you can also watch that. So same thing here. Line that touches the air and a surface will be thick. Line that touches two surfaces will be medium. And then lines that are drawing or texture of a surface will be very thin. So those are surface line. Okay? So spatial, okay? Planar, surface, and then there are hidden lines. Hidden lines can also be very thin or thin lines. Okay? Notice how even if they're just circle, if you use different line weights, it creates depth, right? So that's very true for our drawing. So that's what we're going to do. We want to make our drawing pop out. Okay? So how do we do that? Let me turn back the image on. Okay? So lines that are at the edge, like this line here, will get a layer. So this will be in the thick layer. So I'll select that and then change that to thick layer. Okay? And then lines that are touching surfaces, I'll select that and then just change that to a, I think medium should be better. So medium layer. So magenta. So I'll select this. I can select that, those lines, and then change that to medium. Okay? Oops. Do that again. Okay. First thing you need to do, you need to select everything and change that to by layer. Okay? Select everything and change that to by layer. Otherwise, if I change a line and if it's assigned a red, even if I place this in the medium layer, notice that it's still red. And the reason for that is it's overriding the color of that layer. See, it's assigned a red even if it's in the medium layer. So, first thing you need to do, select everything and say by layer. Okay, so that now it has the color of the layer it is residing in. Now, how do you know this is working? So I have here a line that's in the very thick layer, another line in the thick layer, another line in the medium layer, another line in the thin layer, and another line in the very thin layer. If I go to my CAD exercise 1, notice now that you can see the line thicknesses. Let me turn the image off. See, now you can see the line thicknesses. This is where you're going to see the thicknesses of each of the layer assigned to the lines. So that's very thin, thin, thick, very thick. Okay? And notice that it's popping out because I have a thick line for the edge and a medium line for the lines in the building where it meets surfaces. Okay? So, now, when you go to your layout tab, you might not be able to see the line weights yet until you type LW, enter, and turn display line weight on. So make sure this is checked, and likewise make sure in your page setup that display plot style is checked and that you have ArchCTB selected. Okay, so kindly do that. Change some of the lines. You might want to turn off the image so that you can select as many and you're not selecting the image, and then change that to the proper layer. You might want to turn off the image layer. Okay? And check whether you are able to view the line weights in the layout tab.